Hello, my dear student. I am Anita and we are going to discuss CBSE Class 9 Science Chapter number 8 Motion. This is the first part. We are going to study about state of objects. There are two states of object. The first one is rest. What do you mean by rest? When the position of object does not change, it is called as rest. We can also call it as stationary. For example, the walls of classroom. Second state of object is motion, when position changes with respect to time. Example for this is birds fly, fish swim, etc. So any moving object, any object which is changing the position will be considered as in motion. The motion through indirect evidence. What do you mean by this? Indirect evidence means we actually cannot perceive, cannot see, but there is a motion. So example given here is air. We infer the motion of air by observing the movement of dust and leaves. Yes, like this. See, the leaves is falling down just because of air. So there is motion of air. This is an indirect evidence. Now, the types of motion. See, there are many types of motion. The first one is linear, when the movement of object is in a straight line. The example for this is car moving on a straight road. The second type of motion is the rotational motion, the movement of object about fixed axis. For example, the blades of rotating fan. See, they are fixed to a axis and the blades are rotating around this axis. Next type of motion is a circular motion. In this, the movement of object is along a curved path, along a circle. Example is satellite moving around the earth. The next type of motion is the vibratory motion. The to and fro movement of object is the vibratory motion. Example is motion of pendulum. Pendulum is moving to and fro. Let us consider activity 8.1. Here we have to discuss whether the walls of your classroom are at rest or in motion. So what do you think, whether they are in the rest or in motion? See, an object may appear to be moving for one person and stationary for other. Walls are at rest for us, but for astronaut in space, it is moving. Let us consider another activity, activity 8.2. Have you ever experienced that the train in which you are sitting appears to move while it is at rest? Discuss and share your experience. Yes, it happens when another train passes by. See, we are in the train, our train is at rest, but when another train passes by, we feel as if we are only moving. The next topic is 8.1, describing motion. We describe the location of an object by specifying a reference point. Now, what is this reference point? This reference point is also called as origin, from which the path begins. See the example here. A school in a village is 2 kilometers north of the railway station. We have to specify the position of school with respect to railway station. So, in this example, railway station is the reference point. Now, our next topic is the motion along a straight line. Before studying that, let us know about the distance and displacement. These are two physical quantities which we must know. Let us compare distance and displacement. Total path length covered by the object is called as distance, whereas the shortest distance measured from initial to final position of an object is known as displacement. It is the minimum distance between the initial position and the final position. Now, distance is a scalar quantity. Now, what do you mean by scalar quantity? Only the magnitude is considered. That will be called as scalar. Whereas displacement is a vector quantity. Vector means what? The magnitude as well as direction is specified. See, this distance is not equal to 0, but displacement can be equal to 0. How this displacement can be 0? If the initial and final positions are same, then the displacement will come out to be 0. Consider the example given in the textbook. Scale is given in kilometer and these are the points. O, C, B and A are the points. Now what is this O? O is the reference point, or it is also called as origin, from where the object is going to travel. So we had made a table in such a manner in which the movement of object we are going to consider, how much will be the distance covered by that object and what will be the displacement we have to find out. So the object moves from O to A. So from here till here the object is moving. So what do you think the distance covered will be? It will be OA, which is given as 60 km. Now what about displacement? Displacement means the minimum distance between initial and final position. Initial position is here at O, that is 0. Final position is at A, which is 60. So difference between that, so it comes out to be OA, which is equal to 60. The object moves from O and reaches to C through A. That means the path covered is like this. It goes to A, return back to C. What is the distance traveled? It will be from O to A plus A to C. So here it is written OA plus AC is equal to 60 plus 35 is equal to 95. Now let us find out displacement. Displacement will be OA minus AC, that is coming out to be OC. So 60 minus 35 comes out to be 25 km. Now next, the object moves from O and reaches to B through A. That means the distance traveled is like this. See over here. It is starting from O, coming to A and returning back to B. So the distance covered will be OA plus AB equal to 60 plus 25 comes out to be 85 km. Now what will be the displacement? Displacement will be OA minus AB, that means OB. OB is how much? It is given as 35 km. Further, the object moves from O to A and then travels back to O. That means the path covered will be O to A and from A again back to O. Now what is the distance covered? It will be OA plus OA comes out to be 60 plus 60 equals to 120 km. But what will be the displacement? Here the initial and the final positions are one and the same. So OA minus OA comes out to be 0 km.